Hi, Kike. How are you, Kike?
Hey,
How's it going?
pretty good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Are you at work?
What?
You at work?
Yeah, I just went out to my car.
Nice.
How's work been going?
It's really easy. I'm on night shift, so there's like nothing to do. But it's nice out right now.
I've not even been outside. I've been like cooped up in here.
I'm outside.
Oh, how pretty. The sun is shining. Okay, we just... So it is 6:36 right now. Yessi, Zelia, how are you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah? You guys
I
want
feel
to...
like, I feel like everyone that needs to be here is here now. So.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're all meant to be here, guys. Thank you guys again for joining us. I am going to put on the screen real quick. If you guys don't follow us yet, we do have Instagram where you guys can connect with us. We're always open for new connections. And thank you guys again for being here and sharing this space. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it.
So hi, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're just all so grateful that we all came together to celebrate and honor this full moon. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool because this is something our ancestors used to do. And they would just like gather by the fire and hang out and connect and like tell stories and admire the sky. So it's really cool that we get to do this virtually. And regardless of the circumstances, I want to really bring in the remembrance of honor. So like whatever honor means to you, we're so grateful that everyone's just sharing their space. And this is actually an idea that we had during the new moon. And we've been just like birthing it ever since. And it's been so nice and incredible to be able to like grow and learn and share ideas with each other. And to start off this beautiful ceremony, we have Melcy, who's going to tell us a little bit something about herself and share some moon insights with us.
Hi, everyone. So just as Celia said, my name is Melissa, for those of you that don't know me. And I just want to thank everyone for coming in, for whoever invited you, or if you thought to just join in, thank you again. We appreciate it, and we're just so excited to share this information we've been diving into. So my name is Melissa, or Melcy. You guys can call me either or. A little bit about me is I love helping people. And two of the major things that I do with helping people is bringing people together, and not just bringing people together in, I guess, in like a normal sense, but I love bringing people together to do community cleanups. And this has been such a success in the past couple of years in my life, just connecting, networking, bringing organizations together to just different resources for the community. So that's just something that I really, really resonate in my heart with. And another big thing is I joined a business a couple months ago, and I have just like grown so much within myself, and it's called Juice Plus. I have the honor to just educate people, and whoever is willing to just hear me out, I help them out to just enjoy and incorporate more fruits, vegetables, berries into their life. So that's just a little bit about me. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the flower moon in Scorpio. and the energy we are going to be receiving as a collective. So this is actually going to be happening exactly at 3:45 a.m. On May 7th of this year. So I'm sure many of you have heard of what a full moon is, and that it has an effect on our energy, right? What a lot of people don't know is that there's actually 7 other moon phases. Crazy, right? I actually just found that out not too long ago, and I'm excited to share with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and I wanna just share like just a little bit briefly about the other moon phases and the energy that it brings to us. So go ahead and share. Okay, so you guys can type in 111 in the chat if you guys can see my screen, okay? Awesome. Okay, so as you guys can see right here, this beautiful diagram of the other moon phases. So I'm not gonna go in any particular order. I just want you guys to have a visual of it, and I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about them. So as you guys can see right here, we have the new moon. So just as the title says, new, this moon is meant to bring us new beginnings. So around this time, you'll see that maybe you'll start something new, maybe you'll have a new intention for something. The next one is a waxing crescent. So this is all about setting intentions. The next one is the first quarter moon, which is about taking action on those intentions. Then we have the waxing gibbous, which is about editing and adjusting whatever isn't working out for us at that time being. Then we have the waning gibbous, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing that a little wrong, guys. So this one is about gratitude. Then we have the last quarter moon, which is about releasing. And then we have the waning crescent, which is all about surrendering. And then of course, we have the full moon that we'll be diving into today. So let me just go ahead and stop sharing. Awesome. So very interesting, right? Let me see. So the full moon, what a lot of people don't know, is here to shine light in the darkest place of ourselves. So this can mean in anything that we might be experiencing at that moment. So like in ignorance and shame and guilt, and even an embarrassment that we might be feeling at this time. What I love about this moon and how it ties in with the flower moon, it goes hand in hand because it's here to assist us in shedding any outer skin as a form of renewal. So the flower moon meaning and where it comes from. So around this time of year in May is the time that the flowers are blooming. And just as the flowers are blooming, so are we. So we are blooming in growth around this time. This moon symbolizes the feminine divine, which brings us protection, healing, abundance, and prosperity. So this is a perfect time to ask for guidance. So how do we do this, right? So we do this through self-reflection, self-assessment. We can all do this by looking within ourselves and questioning ourselves to just uncover anything that might be subliminally unnoticed or like quote unquote hidden within us. This is an opportunity for all of us to have, in a sense of rebirth, and just to embrace that change and welcome in all those shifts. So as you guys heard me saying earlier, this moon is in Scorpio. So what does this mean? So whenever the moon is in Scorpio, it basically intensifies anything that is going on. So it will intensify the full moon. It will obviously like intensify your emotions. So really pay attention to what is being revealed to you around this time, because that is your opportunity to just transform and grow. So with this comes a lot of emotional discipline and self-confidence comes with this as well. So we're gonna be detoxing all this energy, guys, like so we can forgive ourselves and just transform into just beautiful flowers. So after we're done with the Zoom, I really encourage you guys to just like, if you guys feel called to journal, even take a mental note and just ask yourself those questions that we tend to like sometimes be afraid to ask ourselves, to just like not always like check in on ourselves. I actually do this personally on a day-to-day basis, not just when we're having a full moon or anything like that. I truly believe that just like when we're out living life, like doing different things, you know, whether that be work, whether that be school, whatever that is, that we carry other people's energies when we come home. So the way I, in a way, cleanse myself and really just check in with myself is if I'm not journaling about it, I take a mental note and I ask myself, like, how are you feeling? Like, and just dive deep into it. Like, I feel like the more I write, like, the more it intensifies like those things I'm thinking already. So I do this too by just sitting with that feeling too, and just taking a deep breath and just really asking those hard questions, right? So yeah, I really hope that those little tips helped you guys out in any way, shape, or form. Not just around this full moon, but definitely around this time. It would really help us out to just have that rebirth. So before I go ahead and hand it over to my beautiful friend, she's gonna go ahead and introduce herself, Zelia, and she's just gonna be talking a little bit more about intentions and how this can help us in everyday life and just right now during this time.
Thanks, Melcy. That was really beautiful. And it was such a good reminder when you're like taking a deep breath. I was like, because a lot of the times when we overwhelm ourselves, it's really because we're also not breathing the way that we should be breathing. And breathing is just such a powerful tool. Like right now, to be honest, you guys, I'm like kind of nervous and I feel like my heart, but it's just like I just need to remember to breathe and like fully surrender. So yeah. Anyways, so my name is Zelia. A lot of you guys might know me as Angie, but growing up, like when I was little, as I got older, I never really resonated with that name. And when I asked my mom, where did she name me from, there was like, she said something about my dad, and it was just really this like, I didn't feel that emotional connection to it. And so as of like a couple months ago, I was going through this really hard time and in the process of like letting go of my old identity, and like I was in victim mode and just there's a lot going on, and I felt really called to change it to Zelia, and I didn't know why. So when I looked up the definition of it, so Z stands for to do over again, and Leah means bearer of good news. So I was like, whoa, I feel really driven and called to this name. And like right now during the full moon, this is the first time actually that I like even share this story with, besides the girls. But during this time of like the full moon and everything, I'm like, I really dived in deep into that like transformation and just letting go. So I'm going to be talking about intention setting. And I think I saw that Gabby's here. So I first heard, hi, thank you. I first heard about, sorry, I had to have some water. I first heard about intention setting during, I watched Leora Alexandra's video. She's a spiritual YouTuber on, so yeah, so she shared with us like what intentions meant and everything. Once I really started applying that into my life, it changed everything. Because before I was just in the sense of like overwhelmment and just this time where I didn't know that intention setting was the same thing as receiving guidance and asking for help. So how I started setting intentions, and oh my gosh, so how I started setting intentions, because I'm like remembering it now, it was, I also watched Aaron Doughty's videos, and then he talked about you can start off by like just saying you're gonna drive, like you hope to get to your destination safely, and just like little things like that. And I was actually working at a cafe place as a waitress, and I would like set the intention, like I hope today is like an amazing day, like I hope today like, you know, everyone's like friendly. And honestly, I just like, it just started switching up my days and just started like drastically changing my life. So for this full moon, I feel from like the reading that I've been doing and the videos I've been watching, and from just exchanging thoughts and ideas with the girls, like for me, I feel like a lot of this full moon has to do with forgiveness and goodbye and release. So you can apply these things to whatever it is in your life, but that's like something that I've been called to share my intention for. So along with intention setting, gratitude is just so important. And it wasn't until I always practice gratitude in the morning, but it wasn't until recently that Melcy shared with me about like practicing it at night. Because, and I'm still practicing this, like sometimes I'll like go to sleep and forget to practice gratitude at night. Most of the times I'm just like thinking about like what I'm gonna do tomorrow, or like how the day went and everything. So the way I practice it in the morning is I just wake up and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and realize like the fact that we woke up today is a blessing. The fact that we exist is just so magical, and the chances are so odd. It's just like with the whole universe and everything, and the fact that we're just here right now is just whoa. But I always write in my journal as well. A little manifestation thing that I've used that's worked really well for me is I write 3 things I'm grateful for, and then I don't do it like in the specific order. I switch it around, but I write 3 things I'm grateful for, and then I always write 4 things. So it's 4 things I'm grateful for, but like one of the things is something that I have not received yet. But basically, we already received everything we want. But for example, it could be anything that you want in your future, and then I'll write it, and then I'll look back and I'm like, whoa, because it's something that I didn't have yet, and it just manifested by itself because I was in that gratitude state. So along with gratitude, I have these 3 things that I suggest doing for this full moon. During the new moon, I made this like huge list of things, and it was just like really overwhelming. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm gonna keep it really simple. And the first thing is to just have a clean and clear space. That way you can welcome new ideas and just tune in with yourself better without all these like different energies. And then the second thing is, I need to breathe. What is the second thing? Oh, the second thing is gratitude. So whatever brings you back to a good high vibrational state. So this could be as simple as listening to your favorite song and singing and dancing, or calling up a friend, watching your favorite movie. And then the third thing is journaling. Like I said, journaling is just such incredible, because especially when, well, at all times, but it's so helpful when I'm feeling overwhelmed, because I'll just write out things, and then to physically see them is just like, whoa, this isn't really a problem. It's just kind of like the mind playing tricks on me. So I did search for some questions online, but honestly, these are really helpful. If you're new to journaling, feel free. Oh, I forgot to share my screen. So type in 333 if you can see my screen. Okay, so I found these online. Feel free to screenshot any of these. And if you feel called to writing about any of these are for full moon. Okay, so now I just want to open up this space for all of us to just set an intention together. And so I'm going to ask you guys 3 questions. Me and Yessie attended this water activation by Water Priestess. She's also, her name is Jilly. She's on Instagram. And we attended one of her water activations, and we kind of just all went around, and she asked us 3 questions, and it just helped like intensify that energy and manifest it faster. So the first question is, what are you letting go of? The second question is, what are you calling in? What are you inviting? And then the last question is, what message are you sending for the collective to receive? So for me, I'm letting go of, like, okay. So I'm letting go. I'm recently like forgiving someone. So I'm letting go of like the story of what they did to me or like what I feel they did. And so I'm just like letting that go and just like, because it's just part of the journey. And I'm calling in just safety and security with that. And a message I want the collective to receive is support. Just support to know that we're all like healing and just doing this work together, and we're just here to support one another. So I just want to open up the space and let you guys know that this is safe for everyone to share. And so if you feel called or if you just want to share it like on the message, like go ahead. Is there anyone who wants to share their intention? So just type in if you're open to sharing, and then we'll unmute you guys.
Jasmine, did you want to share? I think I saw you. Oh, sorry. I thought I heard you say something.
Sage said she's open to sharing. Thank you, Sage. Yessie, can you unmute her?
Hello, everybody. So glad that you're holding this beautiful sacred space. Thank you. So I am letting go of kind of whatever is this stagnant blockage I've been carrying with me lately. I'm letting that go. I'm calling in a flow of abundance and trust in what the universe has for me, because I am in that divine alignment. I just have to trust it and flow in it. And I would really like to have the intentions of continuing to hold the space for healing, because I've really been in that moment and I've been finally finding that path, and that's where I'm at. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, and for being here as well, sharing this space. I'm going to go ahead and go to Gabby next. I saw that she wanted to share, so I'm going to go ahead and unmute you real quick, love. And it is on you, babe.
Hello. I'm Gabby. Sorry, I'm a little messy right now. So I'm gonna just read this message because I keep forgetting the questions. So what I'm letting go of is just any kind of judgment of myself and feelings of guilt that no longer, like guilt, any kind of guilt, for because I know it doesn't serve me and I know it's part of my shadows. So I'm letting go of guilt, and I'm inviting in surrender and guidance and anybody that is open and like-minded, so I can feel and share the love. I am sending a message out to the collective to receive that you are not alone, that we are all here together forever, one way or another. Although we do not physically see each other every day, our souls are connected. Our souls are connected through the stars and dust that we are made of. That you are not alone. That you are loved, cared for, and supported entirely and thoroughly. And thank you for being so strong and loving, for keep persevering and following through each of your purpose. Oh, and that's it.
Wow, that was really
Thank you.
beautiful, Gabby. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Whoa. Alrighty. Jasmine, you want to share, love?
Yes, I'll share. Emma is gonna be here next week. So I'm letting go of my ego and my past trauma. What I'm inviting in is patience, confidence and love. What messages are you sending for the collective to receive is just forgiveness and understanding. Yeah.
Oh, that's yes, understanding is so important. I couldn't agree with you more, especially during this time. We're gonna go ahead and go back to Celia real quick and see what she has to share.
You guys, that was so beautiful. Like, I literally just felt so connected and like at one with everything and at peace. I was like a little nervous earlier, and now I'm just like, whoa, everything's just so divine and like how it's. Thank you guys. So thank you guys so much for sharing and opening up. So we are now Yessie. She has something really special to present to us about why we're feeling like all these emotions during the moon. And she's also going to introduce a little bit about herself. So, Yessie.
Hello, guys. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Just want to remind you guys that we are in a safe space, and I'm just like so happy for you guys to be here. Honestly, everyone that is on here is meant to be here, and it's such a beautiful and divine timing that this all happened. But I did want to say a little bit about myself. So, as Stella was saying, I was being so nervous before this. I'm actually doing a water fast at the moment. I'm into like about 60 hours into my fast, just purely water. But I'm feeling all the energies, and I'm so thankful for all you guys sharing. And for those who didn't share, just know that I feel your energy as well. Um, I am Yesenia. You guys, a lot of people know me as Yessie. I love Yessie. It's just so easy, so much easier to say, and it just reminds me of yes, right? Say yes to whatever opportunities come, and say yes to divine timing and abundance and everything. So I just want to share I am from Wake Water Co. So we are a spiritual group that help each other wake up to water. And honestly, it has been such a beautiful and amazing space to be in, just to grow spiritually, mentally, and just emotionally, and know that we are creators of our own destiny. So thank you guys again for being here. Keep the chat going if you guys feel called to. And if you guys have any questions at any point, go ahead and ask them. We are here to answer them. But I'm going to go ahead and go right into my slides. I did create a PowerPoint for you guys. So I'm excited to share this with you. So let's get into it. Can you guys go ahead and type in 444 if you guys can see my screen? Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. So I have the screen up. This is pretty much if you guys would like to follow us. We all are on Instagram, and we always love connecting with new people and just really want to get to know you. So if you guys want to follow us, take a screenshot and follow us a little later once you have a little time. But let's go right into it. So the magic of the moon. So something I'm going to be talking about is how does the moon affect the waters within us as well as our ocean? So we're going to get a little bit sciencey, I guess, but also spiritually because we are here to grow as well. So how does the moon connect with our ocean? So there's something called gravity. So it's a magical force we all know as gravity. So as there's a full moon, the earth, the moon, and the sun all align. So this is just beautiful to me when I found out. We're all just together, right? Together, aligned, just like the full moon. So pretty much what ends up happening is the gravitational pull just causes the tides to rise, right? So they'll get bigger, they'll create different movements and emotions as well in us. And why is this connected to us emotionally? Well, if you guys didn't know, we are actually 70% water. So the younger we are, the more water we contain. The older we are, the less water we have in our body. But this is very important because if you see our bodies, every single part of our body has a different percentage of water. We are literally walking oceans. I love to just like think of people as blobs of water, and this just makes me just really love everybody because we're all just one and we're all connected through water, and it's so beautiful. So if the moon can affect the oceans, it can also affect us emotionally. So I love words, and I really truly believe that words are very, very powerful, and emotionally is literally energy in motion. So when we have energies in motion, we are constantly moving and we are constantly bringing stuff up. So what ends up happening is a lot of emotions will start rising to the surface during this full moon. And it's a really crazy jolt of energy that we're just emotionally not really equipped to handle it, but there are many, many ways we can as well. So just remember that you are in a safe space, no matter where you are in your journey or how you're feeling through this transition in the new moon. Just know your body knows exactly what it's doing for your growth, and a lot of Scorpio, we have a Scorpio moon coming up, full moon, and a lot of Scorpios are very, very tough, right? And a lot of emotions of past traumas will come up. So you might be feeling a little off, or maybe you might not be sleeping as well, right? So for the most part, these emotions are actually not out of character. It's honestly your true self just presenting themselves to the world. They want to be seen, they want to be loved, they just want to, they want to grow with you. So this might appear a little off, for other people and yourself as well. So just remember that we are in a safe space at all times. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of tools that we can use during this transition into the full moon. So what can we do to tune into our moon energy? So moon water. Have you guys ever heard of moon water? Type in 333 in the chat if you guys have. So moon water is actually really special, and I make it with my drinking water. I just have it in a bottle and I just put it on my shelf, and as just every night, just so I know that there's a little bit of that moon energy coming in. But it has powerful healing, just energies. So it balances us out, our mind, body, and soul, and it's really easy to make. All you really are going to need is a jar. So it has to be a glass jar just so no contaminants go into your moon water. Clean water as well, because we want to make sure that you are able to use it in many, many ways. And crystals and herbs are obviously optional. So if you guys want to get fancy, you guys can. You guys can use any herbs, any crystals that you feel called to, for the energy. So why is it important, or why is moon water so powerful? So the moon is actually a feminine energy, whereas the sun is a masculine. So during our lifetime, we usually are out during the sun, right while the sun is out. So we have a lot of this masculine energy on us, and masculine energy is totally, totally fine. It helps us structure ourselves and just become, more on the go, while the feminine energy allows you to flow and just be you. So it's really important to have a little bit of balance. So moon water is totally important, as well. So she actually represents creativity, rhythm, creation, enlightenment, and obviously brings up shadow work that you have to work through. So it focuses a lot in your subconscious mind. So a lot of the things that you might be keeping inside will start coming up during the full moon. And it's crazy, like actually a good tool to do, something that kind of relates to Zelia, what she mentioned to us, is just journal the week before the full moon and kind of see how your mood is changing if you feel like a little bit uneasy, and this will help you just track yourself and what you need to work on in the future. But it literally, each moon's phases actually allows us to just reflect and surrender. And just like the moon, every face is so beautiful. It doesn't matter where it's at, right? So that is the same thing with us. No matter what phase we are in, just know that you are beautiful. You are where you need to be. And yeah, moon water is very, very powerful because of this. So this is just a few little bit of things that you guys can use moon water for. You guys are open to just screenshot this. What I want to go over is the very last one. So you can add this to your bath. What this will create is it'll help you just absorb that feminine energy that you might need for that day. A lot of I don't know if you guys have ever heard of an empath, but I myself am an empath, and I tend to carry a lot of energies with me, just like throughout the day. I carry a lot of energies that might not serve me anymore or are just like really, really stuck on me, right? So I'll start just acting weird, because I project a lot of what I carry. And sometimes you'll feel heavy, sometimes you'll feel a little bit off and just not in the mood. So a good thing to do, something that I love to do, is take intentional showers. And it's a really great tool for any empath out here that are just trying to wash that energy off. So pretty much what you do is really easy. You can get fancy. You can put some crystals on the side. You can put some essential oils. You can do anything that you want. But I keep it simple because I'm on the go as well. I just turn on the shower, but I set my intention before going in. And this is really, really important because setting an intention, just like Celia said, can just create a new narrative for your day. And for this, it's actually, I like something, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Ho'oponopono, but it's actually, it's from Hawaii, and it's a ritual that people say that helps heal us and also heal as a collective. So it goes, please forgive me. Thank you and I love you. So it says, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And I just say that over and over again. I internalize it. I usually say it in my head or I say it out loud. And then as I'm going in the shower, I'm intentionally just thinking, right? So it's sort of like a meditational shower. So I'm thinking of all those energies that might have gone stuck on me, and I just wash them off. I visualize all the energies just falling off of me, and just nothing that serves me, right? Nothing that serves me at the moment. I'm just like, thank you, water, for washing off this energy that no longer serves me at the moment. I know that it's not me. I know that I am worthy of anything that I want. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to do, especially for people that carry a lot of energies with them in the end of the day. Um, but yeah, that is pretty much all I want to share with you guys. And thank you guys again for creating this space and just listening and being very attentive. And I love what's going on over here in the chat. Thank you guys so much for participating. And I am gonna go ahead and with this, with all of this visualization going on, I do want to bring back Melissa because she has a special, special visualization that she has prepared for us. So get comfortable, find a nice place to sit, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. So thank you again so much for being here as well.
Quiet.
Yessie, for that beautiful information. I really resonated with so much of what you said. So as she said, I am going to be leading you guys through a visualization. For those of you that have never been a part of one, like with together with people or just like by yourself, basically all you have to do is listen to my directions. I want everyone to feel as relaxed as possible. This is a safe place for all of us. So I'm gonna give you guys about 2 minutes. If you guys need to get comfortable, grab a pillow, drink some water, whatever you need to do. Right now is the time to do so. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay guys, 30 more seconds. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and start. I just want to say thank you again for holding the space for me to hear me, and let's vibe together. Okay, we are going to start by bringing our attention to our bodies. Feel your legs, feel your arms, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. This will be our time and space to reevaluate anything in our minds that we might be carrying around that is no longer a part of us. And I ask for all of you guys to just release it. And by the end of this visualization, we're gonna feel a lot more lighthearted. Now slowly, when you feel comfortable, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Go ahead and feel your breath. And notice your chest rising and falling slowly as you are breathing. Throughout this visualization, we're going to be breathing consciously, meaning breathing in through our nose and breathing out through our mouths. Let's go ahead and take a moment to thank our body for all that it has done for us today. Now we are going to take a deep breath in, and when we do so, I want us all to imagine taking in all that gratitude we have for our body, but now with more love and more light. And when we breathe out, we are going to imagine letting go of anything and everything that no longer serves us. And I want you all to leave it behind. Now we are going to all breathe together. I'm going to count to 4. We're going to breathe in, and then we're going to breathe out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Now let go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go ahead and do this 2 more times together. Go ahead and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in all that light, all that love. Now breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're releasing any tension that we might be having on our shoulders right now, on our neck. Just relax, let it go, and embrace this moment. Let's breathe in one more time together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. and let go. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here on, we are vowing to only choose love, to only choose light, because we are all worthy of all the good that is meant for us. And for any of those days, it's a little harder to feel that light and feel that love. Remember, you can always come back to the safe place within you and remind yourself, you are not your current life situations. You are not your emotions. Because you, my darling, were born from true, genuine love and harmony. Now, when you feel comfortable, I want you to bring that attention back to your body. Just feel how good it feels when we allow that light into our lives. And when you guys are ready, you guys can feel free to open your eyes. Thank you guys for holding this space with me. Before I end, I want to end it with a little cleansing prayer. So if Yessie, you can do me the honor to go ahead and share your screen with me. Awesome. If you guys can see your screen, type in 111 in the chat. Okay. So as you guys can see, we have a cleansing prayer. Feel free to screenshot this if you guys want to. If not, we'll go ahead and give it to you guys in the chat afterwards. But you guys can feel free to mentally repeat it with me. So this cleansing prayer says, I am now choosing to cleanse myself and release any and all thought forms, beings, situations, and energies that are no longer of service to my highest and greatest good. Across all planes of my existence, across all universes, and across all lifetimes, I ask that all energies that are less than love be transmuted for the highest good of all. And so it is. You are all luminous. So thank you guys once again. So before we end this whole Zoom, I want to welcome in whoever wants to comment, or if you guys have any questions. We're giving you guys the space to do so, to share. We're all safe here. We don't judge. This is a place of love and light. So if you guys want to type in the chat a comment, or if you guys want to speak, we'll go ahead and unmute you.
I just want to say thank you, Melissa. That was a beautiful visualization, meditation. I feel like, it just helps us just ground back and realize that we can take ourselves, especially during all this going on, all this chaos. You can create these visualizations in your head and imagine yourself anywhere you want to be at this point. But thank you guys again. I noticed thank you guys for sharing all your comments on the side. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. But with that being said, I just want to say that, every soul that's on here was meant to be here today. And just thank you again for everything. Yeah, just, oh, thank you guys. I'm just looking at the chat. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. This was literally in the works for a little bit. I don't know if Celia said, but we were actually working on doing the last full moon, and it just didn't feel right. We felt more called to this Scorpio energy. But thank you guys again for joining us. Celia or Melissa, do you guys want to add anything before we go?
I just want to thank everyone too. This was just such an amazing, I had such a fun, amazing time. And I'm always going to remember this time, during quarantine, we got together and talked about the full moon and connected with each other. So just thank you guys again for sharing your time and space with us.
Yes, and I love to add to that too. Thank you guys, and we'll be taking suggestions too for anything in the future to hold something similar to this. This is just a very brief explanation of the energy that we will be receiving. For those of you that might have forgotten, is going to be May 7th at 3:45 a.m. But of course, we're going to be feeling that energy after that as well. So, and then I saw in the chat that Omar said that I didn't mention also that the Scorpio moon will be, let's see, where is it at?
Oh yeah, the Scorpio is a fixed water sign. It's all about rebirth, passion, and expansion. That's super, super beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Omar. And Rebecca, thank you. Thank you for being here. Jasmine, thank you too. Thank you for being here. For everybody on here right now, just thank you. And wow, it's yeah, strong sign for sure. I can feel that energy. You Scorpios.
Yes, and I resonate with this one a lot because my moon is in Scorpio, so I'm ready. I'm ready for the rebirth.
Alrighty, thank you guys again. We will let you guys go to enjoy the rest of your day, but thank you for being here. So much love, so much light, so much water to you all. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.